Let me ask you a question. What do you know about Prime Ultra Majin Vegeta?
Feared and despised by the Dragon Ball Legends community, a being whose very presence reshaped the battlefield itself, the embodiment of wrath, pride, and unrivaled destruction. Ultra Majin Vegeta, heralded as the pinnacle of ultra power, descended upon the game like a storm of chaos, spreading his venomous influence and leaving devastation in his wake. Matches were no longer contests of skill, but trials of endurance against his overwhelming might. Yet in time, even the brightest flame begins to fade. The weight of his own fury would turn against him, casting him into the shadows of irrelevancy, the very fate he once dealt to countless others. How could the mightiest Ultra in Legends history fall from such divine heights to utter obscurity? What brought about the downfall of this once feared warrior? Prepare yourselves as we journey through the rise and fall of Dragon Ball Legends' most notorious villain. This is the story of Ultra Majin Vegeta.
Before Ultra Majin Vegeta was even a thought in anyone's mind, Vegeta, just as a standalone character, was widely known throughout the community as one of the most mistreated and disrespected characters in the game. And although recently he's been getting better treatment with all the broken LFs and Ultras, this wasn't always the case. Ever since the beginning days of the game, and up till early 2024, it was really uncommon for us to receive a well-performing Vegeta unit. Hell, it was uncommon for us to receive a standalone Vegeta in general. Ever since Tag Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta for Legends Fest 2021, the only time we see Vegeta representation, and the only time he'd actually perform well, was when he was either attached to Goku or another character. And even then, there'd still be instances where his lackluster kit would hinder the performance of the entire character. And when we did finally receive an LF standalone Vegeta after literal years of not getting one, he ended up being one of the most underwhelming and undertuned LF characters we've received in recent time. This was personally one of the most disappointing releases in the game for me and many other players. We Vegeta fans have been waiting patiently for far too long for him to receive any form of representation. And when we finally do get what we want, we can't even use the character due to all the major flaws within his design, and the fact that he just got utterly incinerated by the strongest characters dominating the game. All these beautiful animations and beautiful model just gone to waste. It never made any sense why Vegeta got the harsh treatment he did. And you would think with him being the second main character of the entire franchise, especially in Dragon Ball Super, where a majority of the show was Goku and Vegeta fighting together, would receive not decent, but exceptional representation. But for some reason, that never seemed to be the case. So not only could Vegeta not dominate the game for once, but he also had to wait an extended period of time before receiving any new representation. Oh, but when it comes to a character like Gohan, that's when the devs want to start releasing every version of this motherfucker, and start locking in by turning into these galaxy brain scientists when designing his kit. It was just so wrong for the devs to have this strong of a bias towards one character, yet completely disregard and not even attempting to try nor pretend to care about the other. Vegeta fans were always in a state of absolute shambles. Honestly, we were all just used to it at this point. It really felt like at some points this character was just never going to get the proper respect he deserved. But finally, come October 29th, the first ever Ultra Summonable Vegeta unit would be announced. The savior of all Vegeta fans was finally here. Or so we thought at the time.
Oh, that looks good.
He's got the pose! Let's fucking go! That's the exact art I wanted.
Hey, as long as he puts in work, I'm good. That art is fire, bruh. We finally got Ultra Majin Vegeta.
Ultra Majin Vegeta was here, and the community was overjoyed. As I stated previously, not only was this our first summonable Ultra Vegeta, and not only is it representation for Vegeta's most iconic moment in the series, but to top it all off, he was actually good.
What?
I know, right? An actual meta-viable standalone Vegeta unit? In this day and age? I never thought I lived long enough to see the day. People love this character. His ink art and animations are beautiful, and still hold up to this day. But of course, most importantly, his kit. We already talked about this guy's kit a million times already, but I'll do it one last time as a refresher. He's got a blast counter gauge that stuns you, leaving you vulnerable to get hit with the free blue card that it gives you, AoE green that gives cover null, 2 cards, card protection, and type neutral when his gauge is full. He can seal you in on entry for 2 sub counts, which can also be combined with his lock-in ultimate that does AoE damage and cancels enemy buff effects. He can seal your rush for 10 counts. he can destroy Dragon Balls, he has buff cancellation, he can inflict bleed on every strike card, he can inflict enemies with card cost every time he uses a blast card, he can combo for an eternity. This motherfucker literally does everything. It was like dropping a Megalodon in a tank full of goldfish. No unit in the game could even dream of standing a chance against this demon. Take a look at poor UG4 over here, who is still out of commission till this day because of what UMV did to him.
Oh my god. What happened to him?
But despite all the havoc and destruction UMV was causing, people loved it. It was nice that Vegeta was finally getting a chance to dominate for once. I mean, hell, if anyone deserved to, it was him for all the shit that this game has put him through. But all in all, Legends gave the players what they wanted, Vegeta was finally given proper respect, and most importantly, the community was happy. And everything from here on out seemed like it was going to be just fine. Yeah, about that. You see, the community was happy for a little while, until about 3 weeks in, when everyone started to finally see UMV for the annoying, unbearable, toxic piece of shit he really was. I mean, hey, it's normal. That's the usual cycle us Legends players go through with these characters. So by this point, people were just waiting for UMV to get countered and for the meta to change up. He had already gotten his respect and time to dominate, but it was time for this monster to get up out of here. But instead of the usual cycle commencing, something different happened this time. You see, UMV is so overtuned and so broken to the point where one simple counter wasn't going to be enough to take this guy out. And when that counter character finally did arrive, that being transforming Vegeta Blue with his anti-counter gauge ability, not only did it completely fail to push UMV back, but instead, it actually helped him by contributing to the already tedious long combo problem Majin Buu Saga has caused. They unintentionally became some of the best partners we've seen in a good while. And it didn't help either that Vegeta was also a green character, the perfect color to go alongside yellow. And it would only continue to get even worse when 3Ku dropped, who was another green Saiyan and a long combo character, and the icing on the cake, another Majin Buu Saga character. Now UMV had yet another goon to fight alongside with. Even with LF Super Saiyan Damagoku that were released alongside 3Ku, with him being a red lock and sniping character, it didn't matter. All you had to do was land one combo with any of these guys, and you weren't able to play the game. And even if you did get a combo started, UMV's counter gauge exists. It was genuinely hopeless. And with Beast Gohan being the final unit to wrap up the celebration, he wasn't able to push UMV out of the meta either. And you would think he would be able to, with him literally having a one-shot button built into his kit. But no, UMV was just that ridiculous. Ultra Majin Vegeta is one of the rare occurrences where a unit is so overpowered that they were able to survive the power creep of a major celebration. And it's even more rare for that same character to still be considered the best in the game. Fast forwarding to January and February of 2025, and UMV is still dominating. Legends attempted to counter UMV again with LF Zamasu, but unfortunately he was very underwhelming on initial release. Nothing was working, and the hatred for this character only grew by the day. In fact, people were so sick of this guy that they decided to take matters into their own hands, that being the UMV mass countering on January 31st, where the community went into PvP using full mono red teams just to kill this bastard. This has never happened before with any character in the game. This unit literally had the community hosting full live events just to get rid of him. Not even FSK was this hated. That alone speaks volume for how much of a mistake UMV really was. People genuinely viewed this character and anyone who used him as the Antichrist. And unfortunately, thanks to the new Battle version 2.7 update in February, things would only continue to get even worse. This new update gave a huge nerf to backfloating, which in turn made it even easier for any character with an AoE green card to hit you. Wink, wink. It's like the devs were helping this character succeed at this point. No character could counter him, the entire game had been changed to his advantage, and they also dropped IT Goku, another Saiyan character with an AoE green. We needed a solution, and fast, because the more as time went on, the stronger this bum was getting. And thank God Almighty, at the beginning of March, the hero that we've been praying for so long would finally arrive. Ultra perfect Cell. UMV's worst nightmare. Up to 300% inflicted damage. Armor break. Obscure on blue card. Permanently nullifies endurance at all times. Infinite combos. And most important of all, he is red. Tremble in fear, UMV. There was a new king in town. Vegeta stood no chance against this Saiyan Terminator. One hit was all it took for this loser to be put on life support. Victory has been assured. Majin Vegeta was finally pushed out of the meta, thus ending his story once and for all. It was a good ass run, I can't lie. Definitely overstayed his welcome, but karma was bound to strike this unit eventually. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Ultra Majin Vegeta. Do you love him? Hate him? Feel free to share your opinion in the comments below. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. God damn it, Legends. Yeah, this story isn't over yet, unfortunately. So about 2 weeks later, after the release of Ultra Cell, Legends decided to drop LF Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku and make him blue of all colors. And with Cell being more on the squishy side with his defenses, his role of domination was taken away instantly and was pushed back by a good margin. Now that Forku was the new hotshot in town calling all the shots, people were less inclined to use Ultra Cell in fear of getting ripped to pieces, which in turn allowed UMV to sneak his way back into the meta again. We were in paradise. For 2 weeks, victory was ours until Legends stripped it away from us. UMV was officially back alongside the newest toxic team in the game, Daima. Oh my god, it was genuinely hell on earth. Now fast forwarding a bit to the part 1 of the 7th anniversary, my glorious, succulent, beautiful, magnificent, fabulous, shining, handsome, sexy GOAT, LF transforming MEY Goku would be released for part 1, who was another blue character, which pushed Ultra Cell back even further. And not only did MEY push UMV's only counter out the way completely, but they also became the perfect Saiyan duo, just like Vegito. These two terrorized PvP alongside LF God Goku, creating this ungodly powerhouse of a trio. All of these stupid abilities these characters had combined together was simply unbeatable. They worked so well together, to the point where UMV was being considered a top 3 unit 7 months later. This character refused to die, even after the part 2 units were released. While he did get pushed back a bit due to Kaioken Goku, it wasn't enough to put him out for the count permanently. He was still putting in work. At this point, the community was just exhausted of this guy. 7 months into the game, and he's still kicking, even after the part 1 and part 2 anniversary power creep. It really seemed like nothing was going to kill this guy off, and we were just stuck with him forever. And honestly, that would have been the case if it wasn't for Legends doing something nobody would expect. Ultra Super Saiyan Namek Goku and Ultra Full Power Frieza. Double Ultra for part 3 of the anniversary. These two powerhouses completely flipped the meta over to their favor, power creeping a good majority of the usable characters at that time, which also included, finally, Ultra Majin Vegeta. And with Majin Vegeta already having low defenses due to his old age, he got utterly eviscerated. He was completely defenseless against these monsters. UMV was officially done, for real this time. So, now that we're all caught up with the story of Ultra Majin Vegeta, that leaves us with only a few more questions. Where is UMV during the present day? And will this unit ever dominate the game again? As of right now, I'm recording this video on October 25th, and ever since the part 3 of the 7th anniversary ended, I cannot tell you the last time I've seen anyone use this character. By this point, Majin Vegeta is just too old to really compete with the top units. His damage isn't what it used to be, especially his defenses. And with there being 2 dominant red characters in the game right now, you just can't get away with using this guy anymore. Oh my god, I would pay actual money to see how much damage one strike card from Zamasu would do to UMV. That shit would be hilarious. As for him ever being a dominant unit again, yes, unfortunately, it is inevitable. This guy probably has the best kit out of any character in this entire game, and it's kind of scary to think about. All this guy really needs to be compensated again is just a stat increase to his damage and defenses. Literally, that's it, and bro will be back in the top 10 like he never left. But thankfully, that won't be happening for years to come. So until that horrid day eventually arrives, let's just enjoy the moment of peace we have now. I would say this current meta is pretty decent. A huge step up from last year. That's not even a fucking competition. So, with all that wrapped up, I think it's finally time we say goodbye to this unit. He has cemented his legacy onto this game and will forever be remembered by the community as the most hated unit in Dragon Ball Legends history. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on Ultra Majin Vegeta. Do you love him? Hate him? Feel free to share in the comments. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.